Here are the two sequels we were talking about. Tom Cruise in preliminary talks with Paramount for a Days of Thunder sequel. That's right. After...
Let that percolate.
Jesus Christ, that's Tom Cruise, people.
Right, you heard it. How many years? 34 years? Something like that? 33 years?
I say let's do it.
I agree.
He can play the older veteran driver who's been run out of the sport.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe comes back. He's obviously going to be mentoring a young driver.
Yes.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, who's the oldest driver in the NASCAR world? They're young now, right?
Yeah. Now
there used to be older cats behind the wheels, but times have changed. Mr. Cruise is north of 60.
Yeah, I mean, the only good thing is he looks younger.
Correct.
So, I mean...
But you don't want him as a crew chief.
No, he's got to drive.
No.
He's got to be in the car.
He's got to be called back into the car.
Yeah. And now a lot of guys, they get out in their late 40s.
Yeah, it used to be in the 50s. I mean, they would drive till they were in the 50s.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
you still have some. I'm not sure who the oldest would be, but now it seems to a lot of these guys. Dale Jr. got out because of concussions.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a lot of people were shocked when he left, but he's like, "Look, I've taken so many concussions through the years. I can't do this anymore." And now I think these younger guys pay more attention to things like that.
And let's don't forget, Cole himself had a traumatic head injury.
Oh, my God, that's right. In fact...
Jesus Christ, that's Tom Cruise, people.
Cole Trickle had the hottest, youngest brain surgeon on the planet.
Fact. She's like 23 and a brain surgeon.
Yeah.
And a great one, by the way.
But it was
Oh,
Florida.
yeah.
And a great
Thank
one.
goodness.
Thank God. And it scared Cole to the point when he saw smoke, he couldn't drive through it. Remember that?
No.
Yeah. He was driving...
What do I do?
He was driving like 8 miles an hour.
What if you do this, Biggie? What if you take Days of Thunder and do dirt tracking?
Oh, no, that'd be awesome.
The small stuff.
I don't think it would have the same mass appeal.
Well, wait a minute now. I've actually been the star of a dirt track movie myself.
That's right.
Star?
I wouldn't say star. I did.
But you did appear in one.
I did. It was called Shifting Gears.
Yes.
So if Mr. Cruz wants to come knocking there and pay a major fee for copying our movie, then fine. I mean, it was a pretty big hit.
That's true. The plot of that one was, I've only seen it the once.
Yes.
It's a man whose father owned a gas station.
Yes.
Or a car, and does his son end up driving?
Yeah. Comes out and his
son of the star.
The son of the star winds
becomes the driver.
So Cole Trickle's son would become the driver in that case, yes.
Like once a year, it must go on Showtime because I'll get a few emails that'll say, "Hey, Kelly's movie's on Showtime this month."
Well, whatever you do not look it up on IMDb.
No, there was a glitch.
There was a glitch.
I am a race announcer, but on IMDb it says racist announcer, and they will not fix that.
Through the
Your
years,
phone doesn't ring much anymore.
No, I don't get that many calls.
I've tried to get that fixed for you through the years, and you're right. No one just they never take it serious.
You can't call IMDb.
The one time they asked me to send a picture of you, and I did, and they said, "Oh yeah, he's a racist."
That fits. Racist.
Did you mean to send it in blackface? What?
A glitch, and it says, and that to me that's ruined my movie career more than anything else, including this possible Cruise sequel. But yes, in fact, that was a painful memory because we had a big...
Oh, yeah, the premiere.
Oh, yeah.
And my part in the movie's probably an hour and 45 minutes, and I don't appear until about the hour and 35-minute mark. I'm the race announcer for the big championship race. And I'll never forget this. All my friends and colleagues were there, including our one-time colleague, Dave Aiken. And about 15 minutes before I was set to appear, Dave got up and exited the theater. And everybody...
I'll see you. Excuse me, coming out. I'll see you.
And I said, "Are you coming back?" And
I'm just about to...
No, he said, "I can't take any more of this. I'm done with it."
I think he had the lighter in one hand and the cig in his mouth before he hit the door.
I'm not gonna...
If I recall, I was next to Dave, and we were kind of up front, so it was very noticeable.
Oh, yeah.
It was.
Well, he didn't really try to hide it.
No.
He's like, "I'm leaving."
It was a small-ish theater.
Yeah.
Good night.
And his shadow, went across the screen in front of everybody. Excuse me.
Coming through. Excuse me, one side.
You can't light up in here, sir.
No. And they were like, "Are you getting concessions?" "No, I'm leaving."
No.
I'm leaving.
Oh, no.
You won't be back. No, I can't take any more of this. Well, it's preliminary, but he's talking with the movie producers, Paramount Pictures, about making it. The movie came out in 1990. That's 35 years
90.
ago.
Yeah.
1990.
I will echo what Chris Demm said late last week as well, that the Mission Impossible reviews are only getting better.
Yep. And
Coming out this week.
of course,
Jesus Christ, that's Tom Cruise, people.
of course, it's getting bigger.
Mhm.
He's talking about a Top Gun Part 3 as well. I mean, they're getting pretty deep into that. That is going to. Miles
Yeah.
Teller's on board, and Glenn Powell's on board, and so I think that's going to happen. I'm worried about that. I think that I thought they ended it perfectly, and now we've lost Val Kilmer. And by the way, I know this. Not many people know this. I saw it on Facebook. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Facebook now.
Mm.
Val didn't want to do the sequel. He was too embarrassed because his
Of his
voice,
health?
and because he speaks a couple of lines in that movie very well. Well, that was all generated AI. He
Yeah.
could not speak. I thought, okay, he must be. And Tom Cruise fought for him because he said, I won't do it without Val. And Kilmer said, I don't like the script. It's not good. And Tom Cruise rewrote it to put the poignant scene between Cruise and Kilmer in there. I loved it. I mean, not a dry eye in the movie theater when Maverick and Iceman meet up.
That wasn't because you're high.
I was high.
The first time.
The first time. Only the first time. Yes. And I was bawling. I was on the...
That's Iceman. Not Iceman. No.
Oh, my God. I could not stop crying in that. Now, yes, I had a couple
That's
of...
Admiral Iceman, right?
A couple of
Yeah.
animals. Admiral Iceman with Private Maverick, because Maverick, he's not going to...
He's not fighting his way up.
He's a loose cannon. He just did what he wanted. So there's a couple of sequels for you for Days of Thunder.
Who else is around from Days of Thunder? You got
Okay.
the Crazy Quaid.
Crazy Quaid. can
Was
come
he
back.
the team owner?
He's a team owner. Let's bring him back.
Mm-hmm.
And I want
Duval.
95. I want him back.
No.
He
I
could do.
I want his
He'll Iceman it.
I want
Yeah.
him cruise chief.
You know what? You go out to the old farm. He's still got the farm.
Oh, he has to have a farm.
He's not working on the cars anymore, but you can have a sit-down talk with him
When's the
for inspiration.
last time he was in a movie?
I don't know.
It's been a pretty good while.
Do you envision a scene, Biggie, where Duval walks Cruz out to the barn, chickens, goats, horses everywhere, and he rips this?
Oh yeah, there's
Yeah.
the car.
He rips this cover off of an old hulking car, and underneath is this beautiful NASCAR.
Yes.
I don't know if he can do the walking part anymore, but maybe he can hand him the keys to the barn and say, "Go out there. I did something for you."
Yeah, maybe.
And that's where the old car is.
He was in that Jeff Bridges movie Crazy Heart, and that's probably 10 or 12 years ago.
Wasn't he in the movie The Judge or something? With I think he did that with Robert Downey Jr.
More recently?
Yeah, that's probably, well, I say recently, it's probably been 10 years.
Get me Duvall and get me Cruz, and that's all you need.
What about Kidman?
I want her. I want
She
Kidman
probably
back
won't
in.
do it.
We need Sydney Sweeney. He needs to be married to Sydney Sweeney.
Perfect.
That's what
She's
we
perfect.
We need
yeah,
to upgrade
that's
the lady
exactly-
need. Let's upgrade. They did it in Top Gun.
We need
Yeah.
to youthify the lady
Yep,
part.
Yep.
Well, I don't know if he needs a love interest, but Sydney Sweeney could play the love. It's going to have some young driver.
Who's the villain?
Yeah,
I
so
want-
she could play like the girlfriend of the young driver or something.
Or do you need a young villain and a good guy?
We need a good young guy too. Who's the young good guy in Days of Thunder Part 2, or the young villain? I don't know these young actors.
Chalamet.
No, I'm going to be
Too thin.
wait.
Too
You
thin.
said exactly what I was going to say.
That's because
Too
we're best
thin.
friends.
Thin is
To,
code, right?
He's too thin.
No one believes. I can't believe Chalamet drives a
thin.
car.
He's too thin.
Have you seen NASCAR driver?
He's too
He's
thin.
too
But he's
thin. What
not
you're
rough
trying to say
looking.
is
He's got to have a little rough and guff to him.
he can't grow a decent mustache.
He's a little.
Little on the femme
Yeah.
He's
side.
a little bit
Yeah.
twinky. We cannot
Yeah.
have. It can't be Chalamet, although that's a great name. It can't be him. Who else? It's got to be somebody else out there. A
Yeah, I'm sure
young-
there's a young something.
Well,
but,
a Glenn Powell. You know,
but he's a little old.
He's older.
He's too old.
He's
Yeah.
old. He's
Yeah.
long in the tooth. You know, in the original, you know who the villain was the British guy from Princess Bride. He was
That's right, Carrie Elwes.
Carrie
Yeah.
Elwes
Mhm.
was the bad guy.
Yeah.
I'll
and
tell
then
you.
that other guy who went on to The Walking Dead was started as a villain and then turned out to be
Yeah.
Tom
Right.
Cruise's friend. Yeah.
I picture this. There's a movie that nobody saw, but I like, and it is not good, starring Sylvester Stallone. I believe it's called Driven.
Mm.
And it's much the story I could see where he played like an older F1 driver. It's
Mhm.
set in like the F1 indie world.
Yeah.
And he came back to kind of mentor this young up and coming driver. I love the movie. It's cheesy,
Mhm.
but it's got, to me, it would play exactly perfect
Yeah. Yeah.
for Days of Thunder.
Well, there
2.
you have it. You know, by the way, the other day, listen, I'm on Facebook now.
Ooh.
I've made that clear recently.
Yeah.
And there's a guy on there, Christian calls him Did You Know Guy, where and I saw the worst one of those, and I'm always drawn into that. It'll start by saying like,
You'll see a clip from a movie you recognize.
yes,
Did you know that in the movie Days of Thunder?
yes, and I saw one for Hoosiers recently. I've seen a lot of Rocky, and it's like, did you know in the movie Rocky that blah blah blah? And the worst one I've seen was for the movie Over the Top with Sylvester Stallone. That's the arm wrestling movie.
He's a truck driver,
yes,
estranged from his son.
yes,
But
who
arm wrestles.
Arm wrestles. Normally, like the one I saw for Hoosiers was, and they're always fascinating to me, and it takes like 60 seconds. I love them. I love them.
Always fascinating.
Well, everyone I've said, now I'm new to Facebook. I'm new.
Okay,
I don't
okay.
do Facebook. And it was like, did you know in the movie Hoosiers, the original cut was 2 hours and 40 minutes, and the studio demanded that it go down to an hour and 55 minutes. So they cut poignant scenes like a developing love affair between Gene Hackman and Barbara Hershey, and the scene where one of the basketball players who has been kicked off the team begs to come back. All that got cut. I was like, okay, I didn't know that. That was interesting. Well, the one
File that away the next time it comes up on the old show.
exactly. So I have that in my head. Well, they did one for Over the Top, underrated film.
If you're going to make a movie about arm wrestling and Stallone, with
And
Stallone,
Stallone,
that's
yeah.
the one.
So here's the factoid from the Did You Know guy. He goes, did you know in the movie Over the Top, Sylvester Stallone did not want to take the role, but they kept offering him more and more money until finally it got to $2 million. And he said, well, I can't turn that down, and did it. And it's like, well, what kind of fact is that? You know, he wasn't going to do the movie. They offered him a bunch of money. He's like, all right.
I'll do it.
I mean, what kind of fact? Like, so what? You know, that didn't do anything for me. James, you're talking about Days of Thunder 2. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think the perfect rival for the driver would be Austin Butler.
The kid from
yes.
Elvis.
Yes.
Yeah,
The
that'd
kid
work.
from Elvis.
I could believe that because he's good looking, so he could kind of have a cocky attitude, but he's good enough I'd believe he was a driver.
Yes, I like that very much.
Good call.
I just read that he was up for some movie and they thought he was too good looking to play it. Like I forget what it was, but it's like a remake or something. And they were, it was just like a serial killer. And he was going to play a killer. And they were like, nah, you're too good looking. Nobody believes that.
Yeah.
You know, that would be nice if somebody would ever say that about you. Wouldn't it? It's like, well, I want to play this. Oh no, you're too hot.
No
one will buy it.
No one will buy
It
it.
is Paul Walter Hauser.
Yeah, he'll do it.
Yeah,
That
he looks
guy.
like a serial
That
killer.
guy looks like he's played a serial killer. I saw him in that miniseries or that series,
Yeah.
Blackbird, and
Oh,
he was that. He was a serial killer. Now the drummers this is new information. Fact checker Rusty gave me this, that the Who has fired his drummer again. The band The Who.
We talked about this,
Yes.
a week ago, 10 days
Yes,
ago. That
yes.
we didn't mention it when it happened because I think we were on like a holiday.
They rehired him.
The Who fired Zach Starkey, Ringo's son,
Correct.
because he was not playing in time or playing too loudly for the other boys in the band.
That's right.
So they fired him, but within 48 hours, Zach was back in The Who. Now you're telling me he's out.
He's fired again, and the release.
This is their finale.
Yeah, they're going
The
out
farewell
they're
tour.
going out on tour, and the release from the band said it was a mutual decision. To which Starkey went onto social media and said, "It was not." They fired me.
Says them.
It was not, it was not a mutual decision.
Wow.
And fact checker Rusty said, "I bet you didn't know that one time when Keith Moon was too drunk to continue a show, they got a guy out of the audience to play." That is legendary.
Legendary Rock Night.
We have the
It's
actual.
on film, right?
It is. We have the. This is when is it Pete Townsend saying, "Does anybody in the audience play drums?"
Anybody playing the drums? I mean, somebody good.
Somebody good.
On stage.
Somebody good.
Yeah.
And they brought was a 19.
We're not joking.
Right.
The Moon had slumped behind his kit.
Correct. So a 19-year-old kid came out there and did it. Does that mean if Biggie were to ever slump over in there, we could say, "Does anybody know how to produce a radio show?" Does anybody?
Well, you've got like 2 backups already. You're just
You're
waiting
right,
for me.
you're right. That's a good point.
I'm sure they're on standby most days.
I text them every single day.
Yeah. DB Shea said he no longer silences his phone at night.
No, he can't. Can't. Why?
Because you never know when the call will
There's no
come.
way to do
You
it.
never know.